Hi everybody, welcome to Iconic Kitchen. We are here at PIRCH Costa Mesa today, and I'm here with Chef Kim.
Hello.
Yes, happy to have you here today. Chef Kim is going to teach me how to use a steam oven, and I know so many of you have been hearing about steam ovens, and quite honestly, I really don't know how they work. So I'm very excited about this segment too.
Yes, you're at the perfect place to learn about steam ovens. Not only that, there's so many things we have in here, but today we are focusing on steam and why it's beneficial to have it in your home. So kind of like my top qualities of the steam oven that I do enjoy is one, the health benefits. There's more opportunity for you to cook with less oils, you're adding moisture to your food, and then you're also retaining about 20% more nutrients in your veggies. So I mean,
love that.
Right? We want to keep those beautiful nutrients that Mother Nature is giving out to us.
I'm excited to see what we're going to make today. So what are we going to make?
So today we're gonna do pasta, and spring is like right around the corner, even though it's raining right now all over the place. So we're gonna do a pea and like spinach sauce, but everything's gonna be done in the steam oven all at once.
So Chef Kim, how do we get started?
So we're gonna go ahead and we have a pan in there already. I put some water, I'm gonna salt it, and I'm gonna turn on the oven and let it preheat. Once it's gone up to 212, which is boiling point, we're gonna go ahead and add our pasta and the rest of our ingredients.
Great.
So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some salt, because of course you can't cook pasta without salted water. And it doesn't take much time to heat up. It's a smaller oven, so you're gonna get a faster preheat time. And a lot of times when you are steaming food, you could actually put it in there without preheating. So yeah, you could just go from a cold oven to a nice meal.
So will it tell you when it's at 212?
It will. It will notify you. It gives you a little ding. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and pass you these ingredients. So we have spinach. So that's about 2 cups of spinach.
That looks delish.
Then we have leeks, so about half a leek.
Okay. Thank you for getting all these chopped up in advance.
Oh, of course. This is the fun part of cooking, when you don't have to do all
I know. This is easy for me.
This is a jalapeno, 1 jalapeno.
Yum.
And then we're gonna do 4 cloves of garlic, and just whole garlic, just throw it in there. So all that's gonna get nice and steamed and soft. Okay, and then that's it. We're gonna take that. And again, we're not using any oils or anything. We're just gonna go ahead and steam this.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it in now. And you could already see that steam start to fill up that oven.
Nice.
So now we just wait.
Perfect. So I heard a bell.
Yep, that means our oven is at temperature, and now we can add our pasta, the fun stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over here. Careful when you open it, because you do get a huge gust of steam.
So stay back.
And the trick is you don't have to measure it, just as long as your pasta is fully covered with water.
Okay. And our veggies are starting to look good too. So how much longer will they be in there?
You know what, we can actually take those out now. You don't want your spinach to get too cooked all the way. So it's almost like they're blanched. Let that come back up to temperature. So see, they're nice and soft now.
Nice.
I'm gonna set a timer for 11 minutes.
So you think about 11 minutes once the steam oven is up to speed or up to temperature?
11 minutes total, so even if it's not up to temperature, we're gonna do our sauce portion. We're gonna go ahead and put it in the blender.
This is gonna be emulsified.
Very nice little soft veggies.
I'm kind of more of a Julia Child kind of cook. I usually get stuff all over the place, so look out.
Right. So we're gonna do a little ricotta.
Milk is here.
All right, so now we're gonna add peas. Then, of course, salt and pepper.
I'll let you do that. Okay. So you do this measured or to taste?
To taste, always with the salt and pepper. All right, you're gonna go ahead and put the lid on, and we're gonna blend it up. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, so our beautiful pea spring pasta sauce is all done. We're gonna go ahead and taste test it first. So you never wanna serve anything before you taste. Aren't the colors so beautiful?
Gorgeous.
That spinach that the steam oven didn't kill. I think it needs a little bit more salt.
Oh, that's really good. So I've got a couple more questions for you. So as it relates to the steam oven, do you ever have people saying this is their only oven? Or
yes.
Okay.
So you'll see it a lot more in the East Coast, right? Or places where homes are smaller and they're like, okay, I could only fit one oven. Does this one work for me? It does. Because not only is it a steam oven, it's also just a regular convection oven. And I always tell it to clients, like, just think of it as a convection oven with opportunity for you to use steam, you know, to make your food a lot more moist. I mean, again, hold the nutrients. So yes, it can be your only oven, and it's a great size. Some of them are a little larger than the other. Today we're using using the XXL version, but I think the smaller version is just enough. There is hardly ever a time where I use the entire capacity of the oven. You could fit up to like a 16-pound turkey.
And so then for people who have double ovens, maybe they would do one of each?
I totally would. If you're trying to replace your double ovens, I would get a steam oven and a regular just convection oven. Again, you'll probably use the steam oven 99.9% of the time.
Well, that's great, so convenient.
It is, it's like an everyday oven.
So I've seen you adding water. So do you need to add a certain kind of water? Are you adding tap water? What
so
are
you could do filtered water as long as it's not reverse osmosis. For some scientific reason, the minerals helps the oven. You could get it either plumbed or non-plumbed. Depending what brand you're looking at, some offer where it's just plumb, where you don't have to worry about filling the water constantly.
That's
some
nice.
do not have that option, so you would just go ahead and fill it yourself, insert it into your oven.
So then we were talking a little bit about eggs too. So if we were cooking breakfast, and I know we're going to poach an egg for this, but how would you handle like a scrambled egg situation?
So you could do almost like an omelet. I do, some of my favorite egg dishes that I do in here is almost like the Starbucks sous vide. You could sous vide in here, by the way. You can use it as a sous vide, but if you wanted to just steam it, you kind of make like these little egg muffins. That's one of my favorite thing to do. I mean, you could do omelets, like a frittata, any egg dish you could think of, you could do in the steam oven. Probably popcorn is one of the only things that you can do in a steam oven, and like reheat liquids like your coffee. Those are the only two things that you cannot do.
Interesting. So you were also talking a little bit about cleanup. So this actually makes for a pretty efficient kitchen, that you're not having to clean as many pans.
Yes, and you're not using your range or your cooktop. I mean, we're cooking an entire dish that you would usually do on your range top in one oven using a few pans. Another great thing is because it's a steam oven, it's kind of like a self-clean, right? What's gonna take away all that grease? It's usually steam.
Yeah.
So it's easy to clean. So if you're doing something that splatters a lot, I would suggest to do it in your steam oven instead of your convection oven.
Love that. Yeah, so many things that I did not know about a steam oven. All right, well, I'm excited to see. So looks like our pasta is getting close to being done.
It is. We're at about, we're actually done. We actually missed it. We were talking so much about the steam
I heard a little noise.
So I'm gonna go ahead and open this, pull out our pasta. This is where you kind of had to be careful because you have lots of water in here. Go ahead and take it to the sink. Okay, so I strained our pasta. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this because we are gonna use it to poach our egg. So now what I'm gonna do is gonna take a little bit of this peas in there while we wait for our oven to come up to temperature once more. And then I'm gonna take some basil. We're just gonna chiffonade this. I'm gonna toss that in there.
I'm probably not
fresh
making
basil.
this tomorrow.
And then I'll go ahead and have you do a little bit of lemon zest. About like a teaspoon of lemon zest. Or to taste, it's whatever you like. This is your dish.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get ready for our poached eggs. So again, we're doing everything in the steam oven. We are not using the stove at all. The same concept, we're using 1 liter of water to 30 milliliters of vinegar.
So there's vinegar in that water already.
Yes, there is. So what I'm gonna do now is take the strainer.
I heard you always crack on a hard surface.
We're just kind of making sure we get any of that excess whites coming out so that you have like that really nice poached egg. And then I'm gonna take this, go ahead and toss it in my water.
Learns how to poach an egg.
Here. And our eggs are at room temperature. You always want to make sure your eggs are at room temp. Okay, so we're up to temp. Now I'm gonna have you open the door for me while I slide this in there.
Okay.
Because I have to do a balancing act with this water.
So we're on the bottom rack.
On the bottom rack, go ahead and set it to 194, press OK, and I have about a 5-minute timer on there, and we'll come back and check it. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and finish our pasta. So now we have our sauce, and we're not gonna use all of it. The cool thing is you could save some of that for another time.
Nice.
We're just gonna use a little bit right now.
You want about half of it?
That's good right there for now.
It smells so good. Yum.
Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and take some Parmesan. I'll let you go ahead and do the honors.
Can I grate here?
Yeah, and then the easier way I do it with the cheese, I kind of just hold so that it just falls in there.
Oh yeah.
And of course, a little pinch of salt.
Always needs a little bit more salt, doesn't it?
Always, especially pasta. So take a little bite of that before we put it on
Here
the
we
plate.
go.
That's like the
so
perfect
good.
spring pasta.
Okay, so how do you know when a poached egg is done?
So you can kind of see where it's a little set. You still want those egg whites to be nice and set, but you don't want that yolk to get overcooked, right? We're gonna go ahead and open this again. Get that full steam. Okay, so
Nice.
we're gonna let that sit there. I'm gonna take my hot plate and I'm gonna have you go ahead and throw that pasta in here.
So good. This
together.
pasta has great little flavors with the citrus and the jalapeno, and then also with all the cheese.
I'm gonna go ahead and just pile it. I like a nice tall.
You want to open it in here?
Yeah. just
Here we go.
There you go. Don't be
That's-
shy.
That's dinner. Always a little more cheese,
Of course. A little fresh.
a little more lemon.
Okay, now we're gonna take our egg.
Beautiful.
Beautiful poached egg.
Beautiful.
Love a pasta with an egg on top.
Yum.
Right, and of course we need a little garnish. Pea shoots for a pea pasta.
Beautiful.
And you have your gorgeous spring dish that we did all in one steam oven. I mean,
I
that's so
love
unheard
it.
of with the regular oven. You couldn't do this in there.
It's amazing, yeah. And I like how this works with entertaining as well. Oh, and the nice warm dish to keep it all warm. Thanks, Chef Kim, for teaching us all these great things. So today, let's kind of recap what we learned. First of all, we probably all need a steam oven because
Yes.
this is really a really easy way to go.
It is.
We want our food to be absolutely nutritious and wonderful. We want to be cooking delicious things like this for our family and for our friends. We also learned how to poach an egg today, and all of these recipes will be on iconiclife.com and also in the notes with the video. So thank you so much for taking the time. I really did learn a lot, including how to poach an
Yes,
egg.
And there's so much more. I mean, I'm telling you, one lesson is not enough. So if you want to come back with me a few more times to cook and have some
Coming
fun,
back.
you
I'm
come
coming
on back.
back.
There's so much more to learn about steam ovens.
It's great. Well, and I will be back here at PIRCH next month, and wait till you get to see what we cook that next time. So stay tuned for that, but until then, please enjoy this incredible pasta and tune into iconiclife.com to get the recipe. And if you need a steam oven, there are incredible professionals here who can teach you everything you need to know about a steam oven, and some of them will even cook for you. So until next time, thanks for joining us.